What's up, guys? Welcome back to Boost Brothers Garage. Today we're going to talk about the 3.8 that I picked up from Kansas City this weekend and everything that came with it. Stay tuned.
All right, Zach, so when did you get back in town?
About 10 minutes ago, and Mike is of course making me get immediately on camera after like 17 hours of driving, so I'm super frustrated with him.
As you guys can see, there is a bunch of parts, boxes and crates of stuff. We don't 100% know what we got with the engine yet. We're told it's complete except for pistons, and that it's already got some machine work done on the heads and the case halves. So we're just gonna dig in and kind of see what we're working with here. Hopefully we got the deal we think we did. So yeah, let's dig in.
AC compressor.
Half of an intake next to the other half.
Alternator. Sensor pulley.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because it was an automatic, wasn't it? That's a flex plate.
Was it automatic?
I bet you it was. Alright, so out of the first box we got a lot of the front accessories, alternator, AC compressor, some idler pulleys and such, some gaskets, a belt, and a flex plate. There's the water pump.
Two of them.
Oh, two water pumps actually. The air oil separator, which we will most likely upgrade. We got our ignition coils, the swirl pots. That's a keep box.
So you might be wondering why like all this shit's just all over the place. Quick background on this engine. The guy I bought it from, really good dude. Gino, if you're watching, still appreciate everything. Really nice to meet you. But he had a 2001 911 Carrera C4, and his transmission was acting up in second gear. So he looked on the internet, found Motormeister. Motormeister said, we'll fix your transmission for $1,700. And while we're at it, send us your 3.4 and we'll make it a 3.8 for $6,300. And he was like, well, hell yeah, that's the deal of the century. So he sent it to him. And over 2 years later, he still didn't have anything in return. So he called, like, I don't know, the Better Business Bureau or somebody in California, and they're like, if you have anything with them, you need to go get it because they're going out of business. So he drove out there, showed up at their door, whatever, and this is what he got back from them. $15,000 later, this is what he got. So yeah, he ended up buying a used motor and putting it into his 911, and this has just been sitting for a few years, and it was time to move on from it. So I'm the one that picked it up, but that's why there's multiples of some things and maybe nones of others, but that's what we got here. So just digging through, trying to figure out what all we have.
And this box is full of exhaust, which there's two factory headers right there, and then there's two more factory headers right here. And these are fab speed catted pipes. We obviously don't have the rest of the exhaust, so we'll see if those will be worth any money to sell. Intake stuff.
Rails. Brand new ignition coils.
Factory pistons. Don't need those anymore.
Cams.
Hopefully there's 4 of them in there.
There it is.
Alright, so we got our camshafts.
Another throttle body. Small guy. Another throttle body. That's odd. Throttle buddies for days. One rod.
Ha.
I don't know, all the rods are in here.
Are those all factory rods?
Yeah,
Do they have ARP fasteners or anything?
I don't know.
Factory rod, factory hardware. I'm guessing this is the intermediate shaft.
Yep, I'm not gonna undo that.
There's the sump cover. Okay. That is where the oil pump gears go. So this has got to be something for the oil pump. Valve cover. This looks like it's going to be the crankshaft. Oh yeah. And how's it look?
Pretty good.
No obvious scoring or anything on any of the journals, which is good. It hasn't been machined, so we can mic that, check all the tolerances, and see if we're good to go with it. We also need to figure out if it's a 3.4 or 3.6 crank. I'm assuming it's a 3.4 crank, the factory one.
Review, yeah.
This is going to be our rotating assembly block. That should be one of the case halves. And here we go. Alright, so here's where they have been sleeved. These are some pretty thin sleeves. Let's flip it back over. They are flanged sleeves, which is nice. But there's a good chance that we're going to be having that work redone.
Yeah. I think we're gonna not trust the Motormeister, and we're gonna trust Dwayne at Vision.
We spoke to Dwayne on the phone for quite some time the other day, and we've got some big plans that Vision's going to help us out with.
Yeah, big plans. They should be a part of this process through the entire build, so we're looking forward to working with them for sure.
Here's the other case half. Same story with the sleeves. And last but not least, our cylinder heads, which they have been machined, but it was not done by Motormeister, luckily. So we should be in pretty good shape there. Yeah, that's all been surfaced. Valves look good. We'll check through everything on the heads, but that's some work done that we won't have to mess with, which is great. Zach, what do you think after looking through everything?
I think I got a pretty solid deal. Yet to see what all we got and what we don't. We need to catalog everything, and it'll be a little bit before you see anything with this because some pieces are going to be going out to have work done on them. Yep. Some new pieces will be coming in that you don't know about yet, but you will in the future, and they're going to be awesome.
Our Patreon people know. I showed them earlier today.
Did you? Awesome. Well, they know, which they're probably pretty excited because it's kind of a big deal.
It's a real big deal. All right, guys. So that's that. New engine's here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.